So here's the video editing rig, and it's time to put in a CMOS battery and a video card. You can see it just has onboard video, and that's it. There's a blanking plate I took out at one point for some reason. There's a wireless card that came standard in its own slot. I forget if it was a special slot or not. But anyways, that's pretty much that. So let's get the case open and go to town. Okay, here's the inside of the machine. There is the CMOS battery. We'll get back to that in a minute. There's that network card in that slot. Now, I think that's a PCI X1 slot. I'm not certain on that. PCI Express X1. There used to be a special network or modem port on older motherboards. I don't think that's what this is, and the name of that absolutely escapes me at the moment. So, for the CMOS battery, we'll just do that and see if I can pry it out. Well, I got it to move, so that's good. No, let me play with it. It's going to be a bit of a pain. Well, I don't have a meter handy, but I did a lick test on it, and it is dead. New sun, it says, so there's that. Here's the replacement. Maxell. Looks like Maxell to me. Measures 3.16 volts. I tested that before because I just have them in a bin. There, that was difficult, so that's in. Now the video card. AMD Radeon HD 7470, 1 GB. So here's the card itself. It has a fan on it. And it looks like there's HDMI and DVI I and D. It looks like. Let's put that down. I brought up an adapter because I thought I would need it. I do. This should fit it to convert to VGA, which is because that's what the monitor hooks up with right here. So there's that. So let me get this wire. See if I could just move it up more like that somewhere. And I don't want to botch this because I kind of need this machine to like really work. So I'm going to put this in first and we'll go from there. Okay, video card is in. Back panel is completely populated now with the wireless card, the video card, a FireWire port, and a dial-up modem. The adapter I'm going to go ahead and plug in because that is going to be permanently affixed to this, and apparently I'm going to need two hands. So now what we're going to do is I'll attach this properly, and if you look here, this is a thumb screw, okay, because it has knurls on it. Just do it with the fingers. It's just there to hold it. Yes, I know there's a slot where you can put a screwdriver. Don't do it, because you will end up removing the standoffs in the card, and then it creates a big problem for people like me. So just do it finger tight. That's all you need. Let me go ahead and get that cinched down. I'll put the cover back on, which is a big no-no. You never put the cover on until you're done, but I'm going to do it because I'm fairly confident that this is going to work, and we'll try to turn it on and see if it works. So before powering the system up, I just wanted to show you the desk. I just placed things here in a rather perfunctory manner. Nothing is permanent. I just wanted to sort of size it up, see what it would look like, and I think it's great. This is going to be awesome. I had reviewed some sort of pad, like a mouse pad, keyboard pad thing that lights up, but I might have given it away. I don't remember. But that would certainly definitely fit here. It didn't fit on the old desk. It was way too long, but it would definitely fit here, and I think that would be really cool to go along with the light-up keyboard. light up mouse, and of course the light up headset. But that's really it. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, again, everything is just temporary. I got to dust that off. These are the cable things I got to put in after I'm all done running the cables and that. So everything is just here, but it's only here temporarily just to sort of see what it would look like, because years ago there used to be a picture on the wall up here. I'll show it to you. So it's been living here. I'll move that. This is the picture. I don't know who did it. I know that it is hand painted, of course, and it's pretty nice. There used to be a corner flower shop where we used to live in our old apartment, and this was there for sale. And we kind of liked it and decided to buy it. We had it in our apartment. It moved here. It went up on the wall, but then when the house was painted, it came down and never went back up. So while everything is just sitting here temporarily, and I can slide this desk out, this would be a very good time to go ahead and put the picture up on the wall. This light that I used to have on the mouse tray on the old one, the lip here is only about the thickness of my thumb. So there's a lot of meat there. It holds, but it's a little, you know, a little wonk. Not too bad. I didn't really need it. It doesn't really produce much light, although I have another one that I reviewed that puts out a hell of a lot more light, but I don't really think it's necessary. That mounting as such goes along with the microphone mount that I now have a microphone for. This I mounted sort of catty corner like this, because that would give me the best amount of meat here, if you will, going at the diagonal. So that gave me the most meat. It's nice and tight. It holds. Yeah, the mount is at a diagonal, but this swivels around and it'll come out, and, you know, microphone eyes and stuff like that. So that'll all work fine. So we'll put that back. And there was one other thing, the speakers, as you see. These are Boston speakers. Came with an old Gateway. These speakers are not very good. There's something screwy with the subwoofer. And if you notice that thing on the bottom, there's a mount that's supposed to slide in there. When I got the set, it only had one. So I had all these things, including the speakers, double stick taped down to the desk, the old one. I think it's fine just sitting like that, so I really don't want to double stick anything on this. And I'm hoping that the Wittens won't bother the monitor. I'll fix that later. That's just sitting on that so the Wittens don't bat it away. But the problem was over here. You'll notice the volume control. And if you look closely, it's upside down. That is at minimum volume. That is at maximum volume. And the reason it's upside down is because it mounted underneath. You see that hole in the center? Well, as I had everything apart, there's a screw. And I said, is this thing removable? Because all this time, this speaker sat like up and the other one didn't. And I just never realized there was a screw there. So I said, hey, you know what? I could take that out and probably make a hole in the top. So I just eyeballed it. It's just the tiniest bit off center, but if I didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know. Yes, it's upside down now. I just got my soldering iron, just poked a little hole in the top, ran the screw in and out to cut new threads. That's perfect, and now it's mounted on top. Yeah, the volume thing is sort of upside down and backwards, but it still kind of works, knowing that that's the minimum, and you would turn it in the same direction to go for a louder volume. So ignoring that, you know, it just works. Or I could take the knob off possibly and move it so it points down this way, and then you could turn it up to where you want and ignore those markings, but I'll just leave it where it is. That's fine. So yeah, that was that. So now enough stalling. Let's see if this thing will power on and work.